Welcome to the Pinter Beer Chef, a channel dedicated to the Pinter 3. Here you'll learn everything you need to know to brew like a pro. Okay, so this Pinter 3 has been thoroughly cleaned and it's now ready for sanitising. The sanitizer comes inside the Pinter Fresh Press pack. They call it purifier, sanitising agent. This is a powdered form. You can get a liquid form online and used in general brewing, but they're both just as good as each other. We just need to make sure that this is thoroughly mixed in the pinter so that none of the powder is resident in the vessel when we rinse it all out. So to start off, we'll take the tap off. Obviously take the faceplate off. Now, what I'm going to do is crack the lid open, put the pinter in the sink. If you've got one of these nice posh mixer taps that come over the top, then of course you can put it on a nice hot temperature but comfortable to touch so it doesn't burn you, and fill your pinter up to the fill line. I don't have them type of style tap, so I need to use a jug to fill mine up. So what I'm going to do is fill the pinter up to the fill line with hot water, not so hot that it's going to burn me, and at that point we'll add the purifier. So let's get that first step done. Incidentally, before you start this process, make sure that your carbonation valve is not on 0. Make sure it's in the closed position or the pressurized position on number 5, so that when you fill this up, water doesn't immediately start coming out of that valve. So let's get this filled up. Okay, the pinter is now up to the fill line with hot water and we're ready to add the purifier. We'll just cut the corner off. Tip it all in. When these purifiers are added, it's important obviously that we get this thoroughly dissolved. When the purifier is, if you use a liquid purifier or when this is fully dissolved, sanitisation really only takes 30 seconds to sanitise the vessel. But what we need to do is we're going to agitate it extra to make sure that these granules are fully dissolved in the system. So what I'm going to do now is pop the lid on, give it a little shake, and then I'm going to set it on the side to rest for about 3 minutes to let that hot water make a real good job of dissolving all them granules that we've just put in.
Minutes later.
When it comes to shaking the Pinter 3 with the sanitising powder inside it, you have to give it a real vigorous shake to make sure that all that powder is dissolved in the water. We don't want to see any bits of the actual powder itself leaving the vessel after we've sanitised it. It should come out as what it looks like, pure water. So we're going to give it a real vigorous shake. We're going to put it down to rest. We're going to do that 5 times. We're going to shake it vigorously, put it down to rest, shake it vigorously, put it down to rest. We're going to do that 5 times to really make sure that that powder is fully dissolved and fully mixed with the water inside the pinter.
Baby girl.
It's a set off and try again. You can just sit off and try again. Try again.
time. I should have left you without a dope.
Okay, that should now be ready to connect the docking station to let the sanitizer flow through to the dock, and we'll get the dock sanitized. The water's flowed through now, stopped running, so we'll disconnect the unit. The docking station is now full. We'll give that a minute just to soak, to make sure it's fully sanitized. You can see here that the water is fully dissolved. There's no residue from the sanitization powder. There's no bits of powder around the docking station or in the water. That's what we need to see to know that it's fully dissolved, because we don't want them little bits stuck to the pinter once we've emptied it out. Because this is no rinse sanitizer, which means that when we empty the vessel at the end, we won't be rinsing it with tap water. That would be detrimental to what we're trying to achieve here, because once it's sanitized, the whole pint of 3 now inside has got a protective cover on it, if you like, that's protecting it from bacteria, microorganisms. It's going to protect this vessel from the risk of getting infected until we get the brew inside there and get it mixed up. So no rinse sanitizers, you know, it's what it says on the tin, you know, don't rinse them, because it's detrimental to what you're trying to achieve here. Because by rinsing it out with tap water, you're actually increasing the risk now of reintroducing something that's going to infect your brew. So we've given the docking station a minute to soak. Now what I'm going to do is pop this into a jug. And I'm going to pop that into a spray bottle, because there's a little thing that'll be useful for when it comes to mixing the fresh press. And you'll see what that is when it comes to watching the mixing the fresh press video. I bought this little spray bottle from Amazon. It wasn't expensive. Works very well. It's a very fine mist. So if you're interested in getting yourself one of them, I'll drop the link in the comments in the text below, and you can order one of them. I think they're about £5 or something. Right, so now we're going to move on. First thing, we're going to pop the tap back on. We'll open up the valve to number 1 to let the air in, so that it doesn't create a vacuum in there, and we'll run the sanitizer through the tap for probably 20 seconds, something like that. Give it a good rinse through, so we know that the inside of the tap is thoroughly sanitized. Okay, we're happy with that. Now we'll turn the pinter around. We'll leave this carbonation valve off, number 0 if you like, which is in the open position, because now we're going to flip the pinter up and run the sanitizer through the carbonation valve to make sure it's totally sanitized as well. If you find that it starts to run dry like that, sometimes if the drips stop flowing, then you'll need to undo your lid. I'll show you this. If you undo your lid, it lets the air in, stops the vacuum effect, and allows that to flow through freely. But of course, just be careful that when your lid's off, you don't go spilling this everywhere. So we'll give that 10 or 20 seconds, maybe a little bit longer. For now, I'll just pop the lid back on. Turn the valve to number 5, which will shut that off. And now I'm going to undo the hopping port. Disconnect the inner section, which you can then turn around, and that puts it into a, if you like, maintenance mode, where when I screw that in now, it's going to release the valve and allow the sanitizer to flow through the valve. There's enough air glugging in there that you don't need to take the lid off for that. The valve is wide enough to let air in and let the sanitizer out. So we'll undo this. That's now sanitized. Make sure you put that back around the right way, otherwise it won't go down well when it comes to your brew. We'll just pop that back in there. It's fully sanitized now. So that's it. You've now got a fully sanitized vessel. The carbonation valve, the hopper port has been sanitized, the tap has been sanitized. So we can now safely remove the lid and pour the excess away. Pour the excess sanitizer away. And I tend to just set that on a piece of tissue now. I put it on the sideboard, set the lid on a piece of tissue, and I'll set the hopper upside down on a piece of tissue. And they can all sit now. They're ready. It's fully sanitized. That's immediately ready to go. Move on now to the brewing process of mixing your fresh press from Pinter and beginning the process of fermentation. I hope you enjoyed your video today. If you'd like to join our Pinter community, like and subscribe and leave any comments below. Cheers.